started recording. Today we'll take literature. Okay, unit 3, chapter 15. We've started it previous time. Okay, Frankenstein's cat. We took the first read and we finished it. So today we'll take the second read. So open please with me page 338. 338 girls. Okay, I'll share the PowerPoint for you. Here is it. Okay, girls, do you see it? Do you see the PowerPoint?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So open page 338. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay, Lana?
Yes, miss.
Yes, Lana. Read Lana 338.
The second read.
Yes.
Connecting key ideas. Objective. As you read the expert a second time, underline the topic sentence of each paragraph. Focus on connecting key ideas. In order to show the relationship between ideas to connect the subtopic to the main idea, a writer must use appropriate paragraphing, transitions, and topic sentences. Looking back at the sentences, you underline.
1 minute, Lana. Before we go into the main idea and focus on connecting the key ideas, there are discussion questions that we are used to discuss before we start the read. Okay, so the question number one, read it, Lana, please.
Miss, do I read it from the presentation?
Yes, from the present. Do you see it, girls? I shared it.
Yes.
Yes, read it, Lana.
Go back to the transitional words and phrases that you recorded on pages 338 and 339, as well as others you found in the text. With a partner, read several sentences without those transitions. Discuss the effect of omitting these words in paragraphs.
So here, what you read a minute ago was the objective of second read. The objective is as you read the excerpt a second time, underline the topic sentence or each paragraph. So here, he asks you the first question, go back to the transitional words and phrases that you recorded on page 338 and 339, as well as others you found in the text. With a partner, read several sentences without those transitions. Discuss the effect of omitting these words and phrases. So go to page 338, Silvana. I'm sorry, go to the excerpt. At page 332. Do you see in the second paragraph? Second paragraph when it starts with indeed. Hello, girls?
Yes.
Do you see indeed in line 11? Do you have your books, girls?
Yes.
So read without indeed. So then we move to the third paragraph. Okay, and we read without as. Then, so what are we doing? We are omitting transition. We're omitting transitional words and phrases. What happens? So when he wants you to omit the transitional words that comes at the beginning of each paragraph, and he wants you to omit the phrases that comes at the beginning, he wants you to realize the importance of the transitional phrases and and words. So what is the importance of the transitional phrases and words, dear? What is important, or what is the role of transitional words, Lana?
Um,
Lana? What
yes,
is the role of transitional words? Yes?
yes, I don't understand the question.
Okay. Transitional words is what I omitted now. It is at the beginning of each paragraph. When you write an essay, you have transitional words that you start each paragraph. You say then, you say however. Sometimes you use phrases to start to your paragraph. What is the rule of transitional words? Do any of you girls know the rule of transitional words?
My answer.
Yes?
It allows you to move like smoothly between two different ideas.
I'm sorry, I can't hear well.
Like it allows you to move smoothly between two different ideas.
Again?
It allows you to move smoothly between two different ideas, like from paragraph to the next paragraph.
Represent different ideas?
Yeah, yes, and it allows you to move.
Yes, connect. Excellent, dear. We have different ideas in the paragraphs. Each paragraph has a different idea. To connect them together, connect them together, we use transitional words and phrases. To combine, to connect them. To connect them, we use transitional words and phrases. So read, Elana, read the answer.
Possible answers: readers can't understand the connections between ideas. Some sentences lose their intended meaning. The text doesn't flow.
Yes, there will not be flow in the text. It will not be flowing easily or smoothly. We will not be able to connect the ideas because transitional words and phrases is the way to connect ideas through paragraphs. Thank you, Lana. Thank you, dear. Question number 2, Jude.
Yes, Miss. Create an outline for the excerpt from Frankenstein Cats. Notice how the author structured the piece and what techniques she uses. For instance, what is the purpose of the first several paragraphs? Where does Anthus change structure and why?
So, can you, girls, all of you, can you go back to the excerpt and skim it, يعني look, give a look at it for 5 minutes to tell me the outline. Tell me the outline of the excerpt and how the author structures the pieces and what techniques she used. What is the purpose of the first several paragraphs and where did she change structure and why did she change the structure? Skim the paragraphs, girls. What are you searching for? You are searching for literary techniques. Maybe she used repetition. Why? Because it's rhetorical, they say. She wants to convince, she wants to persuade. What are the techniques she used? Maybe repetition, maybe metaphors, figurative language. What did she wrote at the first few paragraphs? What generally what happens in the first few paragraphs of an essay? What do we write in the first few paragraphs and then we start writing about what? Did you get anything, girls? Or you still don't get the question? outline is like the outline for writing, that when I write it like this and I say in the first paragraph I write the introduction, in the third, then the second, third and fourth I will write the body, and then I will write the conclusion. How did she create an outline here, and how did she divide the paragraphs? Here she will write what, here she will write what, here she will write what, and which techniques did she use to convince or influence? So let's open the excerpt first from the beginning. Open it, girls. Page 332. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
At the beginning, she said what? She went directly to the topic. What did she do in the first two paragraphs on page 332? What did she write here, girls?
She introduced the topic.
Excellent. She here introduces the topic. And how do you introduce a topic? Who said it, girls? Kadra?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Kadra. This is a good answer. Did she introduce it by giving, how did she introduce it? By giving a background about the topic. So in the first two paragraphs, she gave what, girls? Give what about the topic?
Introduction.
Background about the topic. Okay? And she gave examples. Then what happens after that? Like in paragraph 3, 4, 5. What is in 3, 4, and 5?
She used some italicized words.
Italicized, excellent. Italics words, excellent. Italicized words, excellent. She used italic words. Why she wants to show italic words?
To show its importance or attention to it.
Emphasize it and shows its importance, excellent. So one of the techniques, italicized words. Okay, now in line on page 333. What does she talk about here? She gives examples, girls. Here she gives examples of the topic. Right or not?
Yes.
Then, what's on page 334? Who is smart to tell me what's on 334? She talks about which side of the topic? She talks about which side of the topic?
Biotechnology.
What?
Biotechnology.
Yes. The what of the topic of what? The what of the topic? The good side or the advantages of technology interfering in the animal's life. So she talks about the advantages. She has to mention that yes, we took advantages of, because remember when we said when we write a persuasive essay, we have to mention the opposing way. So here she talks about, although that she opposes the idea of scientific or genetic modification, she talks about how can it be useful, but not on that way. So she says the advantages of it, and then she here is it, girls. In paragraph 1, it opens with a metaphor, repetition, italicized words, as Sarah said, the italicized words. Sarah is the one who said, right, or Layan?
Yes, Sarah.
Yeah. Then from 2 to 4, she gave a background on the topic and examples. Then in 5, she focused on the problems. Then 6 and 7, she returned to the advantages. What's on 8 and 9? Creative and humorous allusions to science fiction. In paragraph 10, the positive outcome. Okay? Are you with me?
Yes.
Then she finishes it by introducing that biotechnology is now everywhere. And she, at the paragraph 12, she wants to show them that she leaves him with a glimpse of the future and a subtle call to care about it in persuasive start it, or let's stop something if she wants them to stop it. Okay? Okay, Gretchen?
Yes, miss.
Okay. We girls agreed that we do not take the excerpt in order to know the events or in order to know the plot. We take the excerpt in order to analyze how it was presented to us. Why do we need to analyze how it was presented to us? In order to write. When I know how this excerpt was written, when I know how did I as a reader understood the topic, I know how to write one like it. So that's why he wants us to focus on the skills, not on the excerpt itself. Okay? So Lana was reading. Thank you, Lana. Layan Fadl. Layan Fadl. Layan. Okay. Layan Maghrabi.
Yes, miss, the
Yes.
presentation,
Yes.
right?
Yes, the presentation or the book 338 in order to show. In order to show. Okay?
In order to show the
Yeah,
relationship.
1 minute, dear. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Miss Leanne just told us that she's in the bathroom.
Okay, Layan is here, but we cannot hear her. Or,
No, miss, she's in the bathroom.
oh, she is in the bathroom, so she, okay. I'll erase her absence when she comes. Anyway, so who was reading here? Layan? Yes, Layan, read.
In order to show the relationship between ideas and to connect the subtopic to the main idea, a writer must use appropriate paragraphing, transitions, and topic sentences. Looking back at looking back at the sentences you underlined, notice how Anthis transitions from one idea to the next while staying on topic. She used repetition, transitions, and topic sentences to link one idea to the next.
Remember the underlined words and phrases that we underlined while we were reading? We were underlining the main ideas in each paragraph. Did we or not, girls?
Yes, we did.
Did we underline them together? Remember?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
How she connects ideas together. How she connects the ideas together. Each paragraph has an idea as we read here. As we read here, each paragraph has an idea. So she starts with the background, then she changes focus, then she explores the problem, then she explores the advantages, then she goes back to allusion to science fiction, then she explores how in each paragraph she presents a new idea and how she connects them at the end together. Continue, Layan.
In the following chart, note which two ideas the writer connects and which transitional word or phrase is used to link the ideas. You may need to look back at page 181 for a list of transitional words. You may also have to reread portions of the text in order to fill it in the second column. The first one has been done.
Okay, let's see. Number 1, topic sentence. Indeed. Okay. Indeed, it's on page 3. That we have just said it together. Page 300, 3 332, 332, 332. Second paragraph, line 11. Indeed, we have a long history of refashioning animal bodies. We underline it together. Two connected ideas, breakthrough in biotechnology, are linked to the domestication of dogs. Previous idea was breakthrough in biotechnology. And then she connected it with the domestication of dogs. How she moved from here to there by using indeed. Okay, so let's see the third paragraph that we've just read. On line 28, as our relationships with canines developed. Canines is those two, canines. While I was reading it, I think I said canines. It is canines, girls. I checked the pronunciation later, and I'm sorry, Annie. It is a mistake, and it happens. Okay, especially in those scientific terms. So these are called canines. As our relationship with canines developed, we began to breed them more carefully, molding dogs that excelled at specific tasks. So what are the two ideas that were connected together here? Who can answer? Layan, can you answer me? What is an idea before as and another idea after as? So here I said the transitional word for you, Yalaya. What is the transitional word?
It's as.
As. She connected what to what?
I'm like one of the points is the relationship with the animals with fangs. These specific.
Yes, animals and relationship with animals and
Human.
excellent. So, and what is the second idea? Actually, يعني both are so close. Look, she connected the companionship to habitual domestication. It's what you've said in different words. Habitual domestication is the relationship between the animals and human, how the animals approaches human lives. The transitional words and phrases is as. Excellent, Leia. Okay, we take Lujain.
Yes, miss.
Yes, Lujain, number 2 or 3.
Today, thanks to us, dogs are the most physically diverse species on Earth. We've reshaped other species too, turning scrawny chickens into plump broiler birds and bristly haired wild sheep into producers of soft wool.
Yes, it is on line 37. Today, thanks to us, dogs are the most physical and where is the transitional word?
Today,
Excellent, Nujайн. What are the two connected ideas here?
the physical diversity in the species of the dogs, with how they reshape also other organisms.
Excellent, Zia, excellent. The domesticating dogs to domesticating animals. So she talked about the domestication of dogs, and she now talks about the domestication of animals. The transitional word was today. With me, girls?
Yes.
Okay. Malak Wasim?
Miss,
Yes?
Yes,
when you
miss.
are, so can I ask you a question?
Yes, please, sir.
Miss, when you are finding out which are the two connected ideas, do I look for the idea before the transitional word or after it?
Before and after. How she connected the before and after.
Okay.
Yes, Malak? Read Malak.
Thank you, Miss.
Yes,
Miss, can you go back to the slide before? Just 1 second. Yes, thank you, Miss.
Malak, read it. It is online. '55. Line 55. Yes, dear. Malak Wasil?
Yes, miss. Genetics isn't the only field providing us with the power to re-engineer other species. Advances in electronics and computing make it possible to merge animal bodies with machines, to use tiny electrodes to hijack a rat's brain and guide the rodent, like a remote, like a remote control toy, through a complicated obstacle course. Breakthroughs in material science and veterinary surgery are helping us build bionic limbs for injured animals, and we can train monkeys to control robotic arms with their thoughts. Today, our grandest science fiction are becoming reality. Fantasies are becoming reality.
Okay. So here, where is the transitional word?
It's
It is usually at the beginning of the paragraph, dear.
is it the
Is it what? Yeah,
the
isn't that excellent? Isn't the only excellent? Isn't the only is the transitional word? You said it right, Malak, or I heard it wrong?
No, I said isn't it the
Is the transitional word or phrase. What are the two connected ideas? What is the idea comes after it, dear? What is the idea here that you've just read?
It's the field providing us the power to re-engineer other species.
Excellent, excellent. The electronic power to re-engineer the other speeches. Before it, what was before it? So you go back to the,
Genetics.
hmm?
Genetics.
Excellent, excellent, yeah, Malak, excellent. Read it, dear.
Genetics manipulation to electronic and mechanical
So
manipulation.
she talks about the genetic manipulation, how they interfere in the life of animals by genetic modification, and then she moved to electronic and mechanical manipulation. That isn't the only. Thank you, Malak. Thank you, dear Kadra. Kadra?
Uh, yeah.
Yes, dear.
Some of us may find our growing control over living, breathing begins to be unsettling. After all, biotechnology is the stuff of dystopian nightmares, and many apocalyptic scenario has been constructed around crazy extremists or borderline conquering the cyborgs. If there's
Yes,
a peril here, there's also great fun.
yes. So some of it's line what, girls? 65. Some of us may find our growing control over living, breathing beings. Where is the uh, where is the transitional word? Here it's not exactly at the beginning, Kadra.
After all,
After all, excellent dear. After all. So the two connected ideas, what is the idea here that you've read? Some of us may find our growing control over living, breathing beings to be unsettling. Biotechnology is the stuff of dystopian nightmares, apocalyptic scenario, dystopian nightmares, apocalyptic scenarios, huh?
like how are we using biotechnology to achieve our greed and like it's just destroying things?
Yes, so here she's showing what? The dark side of interference of the animal life. So, as you said, scientific manipulation, she moved from scientific manipulation to the dark side of interference, and the transitional word is, as you said, after all. Excellent, Carter. Najwa,
Yes, miss.
last one, dear.
If there is peril here, there is also great promise.
Yes. If there is peril, peril is danger. If there is peril here, there is also great promise. What is the transitional word or phrase?
Uh, Is it there? Like if there?
If there is, excellent. If there is transitional phrase. What are the two ideas connected here, dear, in this sentence?
Maybe life, like animals, it's connected to human. That
So what is peril?
danger.
Danger. If there is danger here, so here she connects danger to what?
To great promise.
Yes, to potential benefits. Maybe they might come a potential benefit. Danger to potential benefits, and the connect word is if there is. Excellent. Okay? Did you understand how she connects the ideas, girls? Let me give a look at the absence. Who is not here? Rama is not here. Ragat is not here. Dana and Dana Shaheen is not here. Zaina is here. Maya. Maya is not here. Okay. So yes, so now I took it. So girls, go for 5 minutes break, and I see you after the break, yes. Okay? Bye. 5 minutes, don't be late.
Okay, bye.